Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, hi, everyone. Hello. This is day 9 of the free Get Ready for Change 30-day challenge. I hope you're here because you did day 8, 1 through 8, right? If you're not, please go back to whatever day you may have skipped. Do them in order because it's a challenge that is set up all 30 days to really compound on each other. Hi, my name is Zaria Rayleigh Jack Frame, and I am here as really just someone on their journey. I know a lot of people are honestly doing, this sort of thing these days where they come and share their journey. But honestly, I feel like it is very important for a lot of different people to share their journey. If you feel called to share your journey, share it. Even just in the comments of someone else's sharing their journey. If you feel like there's something that you need to say to the world and the world needs to hear, then say it because they need to hear it for a reason. But yes, this 30-day challenge is a challenge here to help you get ready for change. It's here to help you set in some habits, help you get in tune with yourself, actually start feeling yourself and understanding yourself, your vision, the things that you want in life. And it's free. You do one prompt every single day, answer one little question, okay? And this challenge, you've literally taken a pledge to spend intentional, purposeful time with yourself every single day. And answering this prompt is what counts for you spending that intentional time with yourself because it really allows you to dig deep and actually go into yourself to really see what's going on and to actually just be in your own presence. So, yes, I really do. I'm glad that you guys are here from day 8 because, you know, it takes a lot to continue to choose to do something that's putting you almost in very weird and uncomfortable situations. You're going to feel kind of very different, especially because we're reframing different mindsets. I believe on was it day 4? We started confronting our fears, even like really actually saying these are my deepest fears. And honestly, they don't even matter because here is the power that I have to change any circumstance that I'm in. Um, these prompts are they're these prompts are very carefully worded as well. So answering the prompt as is also very helpful. It's going to be very helpful for you. I've been answering all of these questions every single day. I do believe yesterday I want to talk to you guys a bit about how my yesterday went. Just because it was definitely an off day for me and you're definitely going to have off days. Like nobody is going to be 100% on every day. And even your 100% yesterday isn't the same as your 100% today. So, yes. Let's go ahead and get into it. I will start off. I've been starting off with the gratitude recently, and I really like that vibe. So this morning, I am grateful for. I did wake up and I was like, okay, I very much need to find something to be grateful for this instant because yesterday was not the greatest, and I can tell that this morning won't be the greatest if I don't treat it a bit better or if I don't do something that makes me feel good. Um, so I did have a gratitude as soon as I woke up this morning, which was I'm very glad that, I have relatives that I love and I want alive and they are alive. I'm very grateful for that. Because that is not everyone's position in life. Not everyone has relatives that they can actually go and see that are alive. Not everyone has relatives that they feel comfortable and safe with when they are around and alive. So, I'm very grateful for that to be able to have biological family that I actually want to be here in this world and I love them for being here in this world. So, yes, very grateful for that this morning. Um, Also very grateful to I'm definitely doing and saying more of what I want to without regard uh to what certain people think or have to say about it because I really just don't care anymore. I'd rather be peaceful and happy and not beating myself up or miserable or living in secret shame because there's these things that I want or I believe, but the people around me aren't in tandem with that. So yeah, I'm very happy and proud of myself for doing that. I think I've also been mentioning something that I'm really proud and happy of myself with each day as well. So if you want to add that with your gratitude and affirmation, like just some daily appreciation, self-appreciation, I honestly think that would be really good. I am gonna, for me personally, I'm gonna go ahead and start. It's part of me every day intentionally. I am making sure that, you know, I actually write down a gratitude, an affirmation. Oops, wrong color. A gratitude, an affirmation, and words of appreciation. Words of appreciation. Yeah. Okay. And if anyone is looking at the channel right now and you're like, day 8 is still up. I thought you said you were only gonna have day 1 through 7 up, and then day 8 would start turning into shorts. Yes, that is true. Once the day 9 has finished uploading onto the channel, I'll go ahead and private day 8. And then it's literally gonna say day 1 through 7, and then the next one will be day 9. And starting tomorrow, the shorts from day 1 through day 30 will start popping up. Um, every single day, I'll just have some shorts going and going and going. So, yes. All right. Let's see. What else was I? Hmm. Okay. The gratitude. I was writing down my gratitude. So, I am grateful to have living relatives and family that I want around and alive. Okay. And then affirmation for today. Oh, my words of appreciation where I'm proud. I did that first. I am proud of me for doing, somebody's calling me, but I'm not answering that right now. For doing and being me, no matter what judgments, comments, or questions arise, oops, from those around me. Dragonfly. Okay. Now my affirmation for today. Oh, I actually technically kind of wrote one down as I was kind of reviewing my day yesterday because oh no, I have a bug candle, it went out. I was kind of doing not so hot yesterday. Just with after I got done, I was like, with the live, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and finish evaluating the rest of my aspects of life, right? Because I only did two on the live. I did finances and nutrition on the live. And bruh, please, the wind is winding. Okay. I did finances and nutrition on the live where I evaluated those aspects of my life. I wrote down on a scale 1 to 10, how I felt with my contentment level of each of them. I wrote down my goal and vision for each of them, and then I wrote down how I can bridge the gap. Now, It came time for me to do the rest of my life. And I was like, okay, yeah, we should be good. But I immediately got to home and finances, which is something that I am just very much not satisfied in. I'm very much completely, especially home. I feel I'm in the negative, my personal space. I feel I'm in the negative. Um, so I didn't even write it down. I just kind of tried to start going about my day. I was like, you know what? That seems like something I want to do this evening based on me where I am mentally, because there's things that I need to prepare for and do throughout this day. And the energy that this is putting me in isn't giving start your day. It's giving reflect on your day. So I was like, okay, let me just move it to the end of my day. But what happened was I tried to start my day, and instead of being able to switch to just the next task and the next set of like mentality, the next brain mode, I ended up literally just having to soothe all these intrusive thoughts and fears that just popped up out of nowhere. I had to like literally continuously soothe and soothe and soothe. And I was like, okay, honestly, especially once I got to kind of like the halfway point of this set of energy, I was like, okay, I'm actually doing really good. I definitely would have spiraled into a genuine panic attack by now, but I'm not doing better yet. So let me just continue to soothe this and figure out what's going on. And I wrote down the intrusive thoughts that were happening because they were really just limiting beliefs that I had learned from different areas and experiences in my life. And then I wrote down a different idea or a different rule to life that actually allowed for me to think about it differently. But one thing I didn't do yesterday when it came to those two things. This is the same analysis we used for ever. This is the same analysis we're using for all of the days, but very specifically, you can use this same analysis that you used with your when you were listing all your fears. So day, I need to actually very genuinely say exactly which day that was, because the one about fears, day six, so analysis that I use during day 6 is the same sort of analysis and honestly thinking process that I use to help me not dive into the deep end of a panic attack yesterday. Um, so it's definitely the skills that we're learning here are definitely skills that you can use not just when you're answering prompts, when you're journaling. This is something that you can use to literally help you calm the like F down, help you like literally just zone oop, to help you literally hone in and like not get swept up by fleeting emotions, because that's what it was. It was a fleeting set of energy and emotions that I needed to listen to, observe, so that I could learn from them once I was calmed down, which is also why I promote writing and journaling, because the only reason I was genuinely able to not only move through that situation, but also be able to talk to you guys about it and like actually write things down, not write things down, but actually process and continue to process, is because I wrote them down. Now, the beliefs I wrote down, the next thing that I'll go through is I'll be like, okay, these limiting beliefs that I listed, when was the first time I ever thought those or felt those? Just like we did in day 6. When was the first time I ever thought or felt these, so that I can sit down and genuinely go back to that version of myself and like let her know that that's not true, let her know what's actually going on, and bring her to where I am, pretty much. All that being said, if you find yourself having a more difficult day just trying to answer any of these prompts, then it's okay. It's okay, and take the time to not only give yourself grace in that feeling, but to observe and learn from that feeling while you also soothe that feeling. And it helps to kind of have just a notebook or a process that you can access easily. One of my other processes before I came up with this one, when it came to just trying to calm down panic attacks or just extreme anxiety, was to make my bed. Like I would take all of the everything off and I would make the bed because used to have these satin sheets that were very nice to feel. I would just make it, and then the top sheet while I'm making the top blanket while I'm making the bed, I'd throw it in the dryer so that it'd be really warm. And then once I finished making everything, I had the pillows and everything situated. Sometimes I'd lay them so that it'd be like a little bowl for me to be in. And I'd go get the warm blanket, I'd sit it on top of myself, and I'd sit in the bed for a bit and just soothe those intrusive thoughts and things that were popping up and just let myself know that yeah, I'm feeling this way, but not only is it going to pass, but I'm actually going to be able to learn from this and be able to take this experience and do something great for myself with it. So, yes, that's how yesterday went. And do not feel down on yourself if it goes that way. Now that I've talked about that a bit, I do want to go ahead and we'll just jump into um, that affirmation, like I was saying. I wrote down while I was trying to regather my thoughts as I reanalyzed yesterday before starting this live. I actually wrote down what would be an affirmation for me. Uh, and it is I am proud of myself for combating my thoughts yesterday. Oh, no, nope, that wasn't it, but that's true. I am proud of myself for combating my thoughts yesterday and actually not letting them take me into the deep end. Uh, the affirmation was, where'd it go? It was about choices. Yeah, a lot of my affirmations recently have been about choices. So it's definitely letting me know that I'm beating myself up in some way for the choices that I'm making, or there's something with my choices that I'm really getting down to because uh actually, yes, I know what it is. We can get into it after. Here's my affirmation. I choose to be happy about the choices I make because I know I make them for me. And that gets me into what I was going to say. I choose to be happy about the choices I make because I know they benefit me and are for me. Okay. As um the eldest daughter in a black family, I'm sure other eldest daughters in black families can concur. I uh not only had taken it upon myself but had been assigned just this role in the family and this role in life to do for others and to exist for others, and that any choice I make must be for the benefit of other people around me, the people I love, the people around me, etc. So um I think that's genuinely where a lot of these choice affirmations are coming from lately, because I'm wanting to make a choice with my life, a career choice, a, a home choice, a boundary choice, an emotional choice, whatever choices I'm making. I'm choosing to make choices that are not choices that are for other people. They don't benefit other people. So my brain is like, well, why are we doing it? It must not actually be good. Like maybe this choice isn't something to do, but that's not true. I'm just not used to choosing things only for me and only for my benefit, or not even only, but that are for me specifically. So now that I am, it definitely does feel weird or off or confusing. And it might send me into a spiral sometimes because I'm shifting and changing from that person who definitely wasn't able to exist in her own because there were obligations for her. There were responsibilities for her that she didn't even sign up for, things like that. So, with that being said, we will go ahead and jump into day 9. I know we literally it took us 20 minutes to get into the prompt for day 9, but it's all very helpful and it all actually helps you hone in on what's going on. And I share my journey to share what it might look like for you to be going through and answering these prompts. But, it feels you're gonna feel a little confused, a little disjointed, a little off for a second. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and get into day 9, and I can still talk more about that in a little bit. Here we go. Day 9. Oops, that says day 6. Let's scroll. Yes, day 9. What's the most impactful thing I have ever heard someone say? It can be fictional or a real person. And why was it so impactful? Are you, can I use that room? Are you done? Oh, I'm on a meeting. So, okay, one moment. Let me move spaces as you write this prompt down. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Okay, open the door. Thank you. Okay. Just a moment. Hopefully you've written the prompt down already. You have everything. Oh, jeez. And I just made a lot of things fall. Okay. Okay. Now that you've written that down, okay. Apologize for the movement. That gave you guys some time to write it down and start thinking about it. Because I also, for me, am thinking about the one as well, that sentence or that phrase that I heard that was most impactful. Hmm. Okay. So I think one of the main ones, which I didn't hear someone say it, but it was something that kind of just I started to think this thought, and I think it was someone I think it was probably me right now, kind of telling me, younger me, this phrase, or my older self, my higher self telling my um younger self this phrase. But it was I'll set up the scene. This was like my senior year of high school, and I was in my choir class. It was like our last day there. We were having like a little pizza thing, and our choir director asked, "Hey, so all of our seniors are going to share one piece of like life advice or a lesson that they've learned to impart on you guys, just some imparting wisdom before they leave because they've lived some life and had some experiences that you guys haven't, right?" And I remember at the time, I had a few friends, and we were all in the group chat, and there were just so many different, like everybody was kind of having an issue with something, right? Like in their moment in time. But I recognized that all of the issues were the same. Like everybody's issue was kind of the same with what they were dealing with. And it wasn't issues with each other. Like everybody had separate things that they were trying to figure out that was confusing for them. And I just remember thinking, bro, all of this would be fixed with better, more efficient, more empathetic communication. Like, that's literally all we need. What is going on? Like, none of these things would be a problem if there were efficient, empathetic communication going on. So that was what I said. And that was the thing that really impacted me the most. But I feel as though the lesson that I really needed to take from it that I didn't actually take at the time, because I only saw it as a lesson for communication between other people. But really, I genuinely believe it was a lesson in communication with the self as well. And mainly because to have efficient and empathetic communication with yourself is to know exactly what is going on in you so that you can literally do whatever you need to. Because when things you don't even know what's going on under the surface, how on earth can you utilize the surface, technically your body, to do anything? So that's why I was like, you know what, I think that's my phrase. And then another one I will mention, just so I actually have something that isn't that I said, is when I listen to songs, I listen to a lot of music. And when I listen to songs, the lyrics usually get into my subconscious before I actually recognize consciously what everyone is saying. So I I think one of the songs that really impacted me a lot, especially this last like the last winter, I would say, December to early February, basically, was the song "When You Believe" by Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey, okay? And there's of course, you know, the, like there's the, "There can be miracles when you believe," right? There's, like, the actual phrase, "There can be miracles when you believe." But then there's the bridge that they have, and it goes, "They don't always happen when you ask for them. When you ask, and it's easy to give in to your fears." And it's easy to give in to your fears. "But when you're blinded by your pain, can't see the way out through the rain." But when you're blinded by your pain, can't see the way out through the rain, a small but still resilient voice says love is very near, right? And that whole bridge, I really I think I started to cling on to, and I was like, you know what, I really need this right now. These are the words I need. And they're actually really hitting my heart. Like I'm feeling it in my chest as I say it. They don't always happen when you ask. And it's easy to give in to your fears. But when you're blinded by your pain, can't see the way out through the rain, a small but still resilient voice says, love is very near. Right? That is like really, that's just very powerful to me. So I take a lot from anywhere. It doesn't have to be someone who physically said something to me. It could be answers that I answered from a question that someone asked me because I never even realized that I had that answer until somebody asked that question the right way. So whatever phrase you've heard that was most impactful, that's what was most impactful for you. It doesn't have to be something you think was most impactful or that you are unsure should be the most impactful. No, just whatever impacted you the most, what you remember the most, even. And those were the 2 moments I remembered the most. I was trying not to I was like, maybe I should try to come up with one that's different from just a phrase that I said to other people." But if that's what was most impactful, that's what was most impactful. And the only way that you were able to say that phrase is through that conversation, through that experience. It's not like you just sat here and randomly decided you were going to give out unsolicited advice to to the world, and then it wasn't even good advice. No, like, this is something that was impactful because you needed to hear it. And for me, why the first one was so impactful, honestly, because it hit me to my core, and I remember saying it, and I was like, I think this is a lesson that the world needs right now. We need more efficient and empathetic communication. And I even mean that by how the media decides to utilize their platforms. There is not clear or efficient communication around that. It's really just them saying things because they're desiring a certain effect from the audience. Whereas, in my opinion, and from history, journalists and media have been people here to help educate and bring the general public into the know. They're supposed to help guide people to where the actual truth is. So, and where society can grow and be better. So I think just that phrase in general was so impactful because it felt to me not only that it hit me in my core, but no matter what I do, this is a life lesson I should definitely be not should. This is a life lesson I am to share with the world, not only through my own actions and leading by example, but by being able to help other people learn how to communicate more efficiently. And honestly, I feel like this challenge definitely helps people do that. You are learning how to communicate with yourself. That's what this challenge is. So I genuinely believe that's why that was one of the most impactful phrases that I said. And then for the second one, I think that was most impactful just because we're taught to see to believe, but really what you believe is what you see. So I'm reframing that right now, just reframing a lot of beliefs. And whatever I choose to believe is what I'm going to see. And it may take some time for it to pop up, but it's eventually what I'm going to see. Um, because what you believe is it's basically the types of it's the way that you think, it's the phrases that you use. Like when people say, are you a half glass or half empty full type of person, that is a perception on life, that is a belief, that is a way that you see the world. So yeah, the communication aspect, and just not letting fear change what you believe, because fear isn't belief. The fear is literally the is the word I'm looking for antecedent to belief. That's what fear is. Fear is doubt. Fear is doubt in what you believe. Fear is just doubt in what you believe. So anytime you lean into fear, you lean into doubt of what you believe and what you think is possible. Yeah, that's day 9. That's how you answer day 9, and then once you answer, you're gonna analyze just like you do every day. How did I feel reading this question? How did I feel writing this question? What emotions or memories popped up? And you're gonna go all the way back with okay, why do I even have this point of view? When was the first time I felt this point of view? You're just gonna ask yourself, why was this the most impactful again? Why? And why was that the most impactful again? Why? You're gonna keep doing that again and again until you get to, oh no, the charger. I need the charger because I don't think I'm done talking. Yeah. You're gonna need to like really dig in and start analyzing with your why. So go ahead and like answer a little bit of that, start analyzing while I grab the charger because there is one more thing I'd like to share with you guys. This love is very real. When you believe. Okay. Oh, hope is free. Touch. Okay. So, the last thing I want to share with you all before I go is literally just like they said, believe. Okay? There can be miracles when you believe. And I think how I can portray or relate to you belief is actually what you see is more so okay, when people are sick with like the flu or pneumonia nowadays. If you have pneumonia, you can go to the hospital, you can get help. It's going to be like, depending on how serious it gets, you might have some fluid buildup. They might have to do an operation, drain the lungs or something. But we pretty much have the resources now in society to actually care for that. So much so that it's not seen as a miracle when you recover. You just recover, you got better, you went to the doctor. Great, right? But hundreds of years ago, baby, if you had pneumonia and then you got better, which, because that's a that has to be, that's not just a miracle. Like that's witchcraft. What do you mean you had pneumonia and we're knocking at death's door, but now you're better? That doesn't make any sense. That's witchcraft. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about belief is reality. If you literally believe that there's no way that anyone could get better or get healthier from their maybe like sick position, then when they do get better, you're not going to see it as them getting better and like, oh, they're just good now. You're going to say that thing that's otherworldly, that doesn't make any sense. um What's going on over there? Because it can't be right. Normal doesn't do that. So if you don't believe what you are trying to envision for your future, when it pops up, you're literally going to say, that doesn't make any sense. That's not normal. And you're either going to sabotage it or run away or a combination of both. So it's important to start reframing what you believe because right now we're all currently still, or we were at least yesterday, definitely in a space that was different than where we're going. It had nothing, it doesn't even have any idea of what's possible because it has a limitation on where you can go, right? But 6 years from now, as long as you continue to spend time with yourself and you're continuing to be true to yourself, you're still gonna actually if you're reframing that belief, you're going to be able to switch and actually see what's in front of you instead of being like, oh my God, that doesn't make any sense. So that's why it's very important for us to reframe what's going on and to get ready for change before it actually occurs. Otherwise, we won't be able to transform with it. We won't be able to hold that change and hold that new belief. So it definitely is possible, and it definitely is something that is worth trying, to be able to shift what you believe and shift your fears and soothe your fears. It is all very important and very great for you. It can help you a lot. So, yes, that's all I have to say for day 9. Thank you for joining. You can definitely follow the Instagram for Painful Deluxe, and you'll be able to see just all of the prompts and posts. You won't have to wait until we actually talk about it in here. You can just start answering them yourself. And then from here on out, like I was saying, each live is only going to be available for about 24 hours until the next one pops up. Uh, and then you'll be able to do the next day. So definitely take it one day at a time. Follow along with the lives as much as you can, because we're definitely diving in, we're analyzing, and I'm giving some more helpful tips along the way. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for joining, and I'm really proud of you. You're done. You've gotten to day 9, right? We're almost 33% done. It was 10% on day 3, and then it was 25% on day 7. But day 9, we are almost 1/3 of the way through. We're almost 1/3 of the way there. So happy for you. Okay. I'm very happy for you. I'm very proud of you. You've got this. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep doing this. Okay. So buckle up. Buckle up. All right. Thank you.